to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mustard yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me now? 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 System, then the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions that'll look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all these steps on my journey.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Freeman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Sherrills to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Got it! Hey, two.
Here's Breeze to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Cool under pressure. Right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, 21, 21.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now Breeze lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
21.
Now Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
12. We're shot.
Here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
21.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Gun.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 46 yards.
Hey, let's go. Hey, express. Here we go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
12. 21.
Now a play fake. Breeze going deep here for Bryant. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go. Hey, stop. Gun.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. From the gun, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Kill.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Got it.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
Got three down. Okie. Mike 5'9", 13. 21. 59.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got it at the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, got it. 11.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Marcus Williams.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. My side.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down. The Saints on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
59's Mike. Move inside. Ready, my check.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
12. 3 down. 36. 11. 5.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Gun. 4 down. Hey, South. 54, South.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
22. 12.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to rifle one deep left, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think...
And he caught it up, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Freeman again. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hey, easy.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
You got 4. You got 4. 54, Sam. I got 2. Ready, set.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Red Lance.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Room to run past midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. First throw off the bench for the veteran Chubb. He's going to rifle one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. One final try here for Breeze. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.